So the Rockets played the Golden State Warriors in an exciting game, and we lost 127-120 to a great team. Nothing really surprising about the loss there, but there were so many nuggets in this game that I really just had to do a film study and delve into it. So I'm gonna get into the film study, then we'll chop it up afterwards. Y'all let me know what y'all think right after this. The Chop Shop store is now open. Stop by the Chop Shop merch store and browse through our catalog of great products that show support for the Houston Rockets and for this channel. If you're a supporter and liker of the videos that we produce, stop over by the store and review some of these great designs and rep your city, rep your team, and rep the Chop Shop. That's the Chop Shop merch store. The link is going to be in the description of this video. Stop by there. The prices are low, the content is great, and the quality is A1. Keep rocking with the Chop Shop. Stop by the merch store, grab you something today. Okay, so off the rip, the Warriors are already into their sets. You see here, Wiggins is setting a down screen for Klay. As Klay comes up, watch the backside. Okay, watch the backside. The thing about the Warriors is they'll never just settle for one action. They have two actions going on simultaneously. You get Looney there setting the screen for Steph. All of this is to confuse you, and they're just going to read and react to this play. Because as Klay is coming off of the screen and Steph is getting the screen from Looney there, you got Draymond, one of the best passers in the league, and guess what happens? You get a slip from Wiggins, easy bucket. That's how they get you. So they're off the rip, they're into it. So this is something I saw from the Pacers game, the short roll action. I think this should be a staple in our offense. As Alp crashes the paint, look at all the attention he gets, and look at the shooters that are open there. And I trust him to be able to make these passes. Even though KPJ doesn't make this shot, this is something that we should see going forward. Just a side note, just to point out how just devastating the Warriors are with Draymond Green, man. This is the guy that makes everything go. Just look at this play. Look at this play he makes for Wiggins. Just the ability to run a fast break. Everybody's in a proper position. He's coming downhill. Nice little behind the back pass. Makes the read, finds the open shooter, buckets. No Draymond, no championships. He is just as important to their dynasty as Steph. I'm going to point out this play just to see. I'd like to see KPJ get more catch and shoot opportunities. He's too good of a shooter to make everything so hard, man. If we can generate more of these shots for him, that'll really help him grow with his efficiency and everything that he's already doing well. So here's where Jalen needs to grow. The previous play, you saw him, they were playing KPJ kind of loose and he was able to get a catch and shoot shot. Here, Klay is on him. The Warriors learned their lesson. Now there's nothing going on. What do? We're just standing around, right? The initial action that we just scored on didn't work. Now we're going to stand around in ISO. This is just bad basketball. They can learn a lot from what the Warriors do. That's not going to win you many playoff games or anything like that. So this is a play the Rockets ran coming out of a timeout. Check Jabari out, setting a screen there for Eric Gordon, who acts like he's about to cut into the basket. It kind of draws the Warriors defenders, but the whole time Sengun is going to come up and set another screen there for Jabari. So all this action they're doing is cap, and I love it. You get Jabari coming off the screen, gets a perfect entry pass from Kevin Porter right into rhythm. He has no time to think about this shot. This is the type of shots that he needs to be getting. His diet should look like this, and peep Jalen backside trying to cut. We're going to revisit this play again, but great play designed by Coach Silas. I wish they would do more and more of these. Okay, so it's the same play again. But you see how the Warriors are starting to guard it. They're not going to make the same mistakes twice, so they're not going to allow Jabari to get over that screen, so he goes under and then blows up the action. Here's what's really exciting to see. That cut that Jalen was faking earlier, that now he's going to actually do it, and it goes into a secondary action and leads to him getting an open shot. Coach Silas was getting in his bag in this game, and even though Jalen doesn't make this shot, plays like this give me hope, and I just hope that they can do more things like this for the guys, because I think it makes the game a lot easier. Here's the Warriors getting into their short roll action with Draymond. This play is literally won them championships. So he calls, tells Steph to use the screen, and even whether you trap it or not, they're still going to do it. Once he ghosts, he gets downhill, layup. It's tough to guard, really tough to guard. Garuba had a really good game in this game. I mean, look at him here in the two-man action with Jalen Green. Look at him being baby Draymond. Great pass, great dunk. Those are the plays you want to see. He's a high IQ player, a lot of upside for that kid. And then you come down, the next play gets a kick out there for the three and drains it. So, a lot of upside for Garuba, and he's one of the key reasons that Goon Squad is so elite. If you were watching this game live, you knew that we were down big, and just once that Goon Squad came in, man, they were able to just eat up the lead that the Warriors had. Just by hustle. KJ, Tari, and Garuba are just guys that make winning plays. They hustle, they play unselfishly, and they're able to do the things that you need to win ball games. And I think that this is definitely a good thing for the Rockets to have guys that are so unselfish. I mean, Tari Eason is gonna be a guy that's gonna be a starting wing in this league that's so dynamic in transition. Played him. Didn't give my boy the 5 there, but it's gonna be just something amazing to see. And I love that they're all just pretty much just hustle guys. No me guys on there. So that's why I think they need to get one of those guys in the starting 5, because our starting 5 right now is just really kind of lethargic. They all have methodical games, so it's really kind of slows down their pace. I think inserting maybe a KJ or Tari into the Eric Gordon spot and having Eric Gordon come off the bench would be something that will insert some juice into that starters. But the Goon Squad, man, they really did their thing in this game. Watching Jabari flourish in this game was just really good. So the Warriors go to a zone defense here. You got your zone buster right there. When you got a guy that's 6'11" that can make these shots, look at Looney. Looney is damn near 6'11" himself. Can't do nothing with that, man. I'm going to talk about this more a little bit later. What you appreciate about the Warriors offense is the ability to put pressure. They never stop putting pressure on both sides of the ball. They put pressure on all points in the court. While you're trying to guard Steph and Klay, there's guys cutting downhill. It's really hard to guard, and we've seen this over and over again, and it's all because of that guy right there. Y'all, almost cried when I saw this live. Look at this. Jabari comes in, sets a screen, but ghosts it, so he slips out of the screen really quickly. You see Kevin Porter thinking about shooting a contested jumper, but then comes to realization that you got Jabari right there. Great pass in rhythm, in the flow of the offense, and this really helps that shot, man. And Jabari's shot is beautiful. It's beautiful. Just like any other player, shooters need to get into rhythm. Once you get a guy like Jabari into rhythm, man, it really just opens up everything for him. I mean, look at this. Now he's feeling it, attacks the closeout, gets it to a spot. Look at this. Take a picture of this in your mind and remember this picture, because in 3 years from now, he's going to be doing this to your favorite team. This reminds me of the Kevin Durant game 4 versus the Pelicans. He put them to sleep. That's the sleeper right there, because you got a guy that's 7 foot tall, 6'11", that you can't contest. There's nothing these guys are doing for his shots, and I'm never worried about Jabari's shot, because everything else he does tells me he's going to be a good player. That shot is going to be there, and when he can do stuff like this against like Giannis or Anthony Davis, there's nothing you can stop. You can't do nothing about it. The upside for him is probably higher than Jalen Green's just because of his physical attributes. So when you see him playing, man, you guys got to really understand what you're looking at. The shots are going to come. The shots are going to be there. We just have to be patient and let him grow, and hopefully that they get a system that is able to accentuate his strengths. But I was impressed with how he played yesterday. Then when he starts making those shots, those really tough shots, this is the spot you're going to see him in, right? Fourth quarter, game 6, he's in the post, mid post, and now he can pick apart your team. And he's going to do that because he has so much gravity, because he's been shooting over you. And look, you get his buddy over there, Tari, flashes for a 3. Great pass by him. Once he can start playmaking and passing, he can be a superstar. He can be one of those guys in this league, but it's going to be contingent on him being able to do that. But that's a great play right there to find Tari that cuts to the basket. Now the roles are reversed. Tari got a mouse in the house in the post there. Jabari flashes, great pass to him for a nice in rhythm shot. He has no time to think about his shot when he's getting passes like that. That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Great pass by Tari. I love how they play off of each other. We need more Tari Bari minutes for sure. Here's one of my favorite actions from the Warriors when they get into their split actions. This is when Draymond gets in the post, and they do it other plays, but Draymond's the best at it. Gets into the post. You got one of your best passers in the post here, and then you have a non-shooter right there. So imagine this is Sengun and like Garuba, right, in a certain lineup. Then what you get is the off-ball action with your 2 best shooters. It could be Jalen and KPJ, and I love how the Warriors do this because they're just going to read and react. So Kevin Porter tries to go over top on Klay to stop the shooting, and Klay just cuts backdoor and is able to get a wide open layup. But the Rockets could really adopt a lot of the concepts that the Warriors do, because I feel like we have the players to do it. We have bigs that can pass. We have dynamic shooters that are great off the ball and can cut. So once again, just my frustration with some of the offense that we choose to run with our players. It's not because I don't think it doesn't work. I just don't think we have the right pieces for it. I think what we have is pieces that fit towards more of the Warriors type of offense, a triangle light type of offense than what we currently do. I just had to point this out. I mean, Sengun on the short roll again, not a great pass, but look at able to pass out to Jabari. He attacks a closeout, puts it on the floor, gets to the basket. That's all we need him to do, man. That short roll action is so crucial, and I'm glad that we're starting to see a little bit more of it, especially as teams start to trap our ball handlers because they're daring them to make a play. Check out Tari Eason. As soon as EG's shot goes up, he's already in a sprinter stance. This is how he gets all those offensive rebounds. He is just a hawk for the ball. As soon as it goes up, he's high pointing it. He's getting there. He's getting the layup, man. Winning plays. Check out your rookie here. Sets the screen, kind of comes off of it a little bit. EG passes it to him. This is on Draymond Green. Once again, that's a sleeper right there. That's Draymond Green. Can't do nothing about that. Just got to be patient. Watching the game, Alperen Sengun had a pretty good game. It was kind of a mixed bag, but I wouldn't have minded if they had sat him down a little bit earlier in the game. And here's some good things that he did. Using his body there to shield off Looney for Kevon Porter to get into the midi and hit that and one, which was very much needed at this point in this game because it made it a 1-point game. Then you see him here, we're down 2. He's able to get into his bag in the post against Kevon. Looney gives him a little jab step, puts the body on him, puts him under the basket like a little baby, and then just lays the ball up. And it's a tie ball game. But there's some limitations to Sengun. One of them is not going to be offensively. Here you get him here, fakes the pass, the shot, body. Look how he bodies Kevon Looney like he's just a little kid. Then I love what Jabari does here, able to put everybody under the basket, man. That's exciting to see for Jabari. Now here's the tough part about Sengun playing against the Warriors is that you cannot give Steph or Klay an inch. So look at that. That's too much space, and it's not his fault because he can't play that too far up. It's just not his game. These are the games that when I say that if Sengun starts, there's some teams that he can't start against. I was thinking about these guys, right? Here's a play here. He's accurately diagnosing what the play is going to be. He already knows that Klay's going to be coming off of that screen, but that is too much space for Klay Thompson. You literally have to be waiting there for him, and those were daggers in the game. Jalen had a mixed bag game for me, but I would say I was excited to see this. Even though these shots didn't go in, the drive and kick, that ability that he's trying to kind of cultivate, this needs to be in his bag. That's all I asked Jalen Green to do. Those are great shots he's generating for his team. If he can add that, then he can be a star. You just have to be impressed with how the Warriors play, man. I really don't know what to say. I know Rockets fans don't like me saying this, but they're great, man. Check this out. You get Klay setting the screen for Kevon Looney just to pop out to pass it to Dre, who's looking at the action on the backside there. Klay's screaming down to the sidelines. All that, the gravity that Klay draws leads to Wiggins getting a wide open dunk. Wide open dunk. So much pressure they put on teams. So much pressure. Check this beautiful pass that Kevon Porter makes, man. It's a right-handed pass. He's left-handed, so that's like a left-handed pass for a right-handed person. Just beautiful, man. Kids are hooper. Kids are hooper. The Warriors are the king of cap plays. This little guard-on-guard screen that you're seeing here is all cap. That's cap, because the real action is there. And Eric Gordon has seen this movie before. Look at Klay screaming down. This is going to turn into staggered screens on our guys, and it's going to lead to a wide-open Klay Thompson shot. And once those screens come out, this was the design the whole time, and it's too late. Once he gets set and you're not in his grill already, making him put it on the floor, that's daggers. Dagger. Now this is just ridiculous, and I'm pretty tired of seeing Steph do this to us. Like, look at this shot. My God, look at this. Bottoms. Look at the coach on the sideline over there. Yeah, where are you, bro? That was just nuts, but that was a big dagger. Big dagger. I just want to point out this play by Kevon Porter Jr. because it's such a big shot. This is a big shot. He has a knack for these moments. And, like I said in my other video, at this point, I'm just ready to see him flourish in whatever system he's in because I think he has the talent to do it. So after going through the film of the game, I mean, there were so many things, like I said, that, we flashed. There were some good things that the coaches were able to do. I think the lineups were really, really good. I love how Kevon Porter played. He played a very balanced game. I love how Jabari got to flash what his skill sets were, and just to show everybody that slow down a little bit on him. I know a lot of the fan base like the flashy, plays that, a lot of ball handler type of guys do, but Jabari's issues are a mixture of him being a rookie and young, and also that the offense and the system that we run doesn't really cater to his style. But you can see that when there is a little more intention in what they're trying to do for him, he comes out looking better. And I think these are games that are going to help him and his confidence go up. Overall, the Rockets did a pretty good job playing a great team. I think the defense was good, and if you watch, even when we had the 2017-18 Rockets that went to the Western Conference Finals, a lot of those plays that became backdoor layups, they suffer in those plays as well. So it wasn't like this was strictly just them not being disciplined or anything. It's the Warriors. Everybody falls for it. Jalen is still in the slump. I'm a little disappointed in some of the effort he showed on defense and in rebounding. I just wish that, once again, I don't want him to be a player that is only on when he's making buckets. So I just, I hope he can kind of square himself away. I don't care about his shots. I really don't care about shots when I watch basketball. I like to look at all the other things because it's a hit or miss league, as you guys hear from all the little shows and stuff like that. But Tari, Eason, Goon, the Goon Squad, but Tari is special. I think he's going to be somebody that is going to be a key part of a good team in the future because his skill sets, he has the baseline to be just a 3-and-D wing, but he also is a demon in transition. He can make shots. He can create his own shot. With proper cultivation, he can be a star, man. That can be an all-star caliber player with that skill set. Garuba needs to get more minutes. I've set my center rotation right now with Sengun starting, Garuba second, and Bruno coming in third. Sengun brings too much to the game for me to have him come off the bench. Garuba brings more than Bruno. With the short roll ability, the ability to screen, he's not a lob threat, but he can do so much more. If we had a little more creativity in our offense, we really get to see his versatility. Obviously, to me, KJ Martin needs to start, but I don't need Eric Gordon in that starting lineup because a lot of those players are redundant, as I've said before. We need more pace. We need guys that are going to be able to run in transition. We need energy guys. And to me, we have too many methodical players in that starting five with Sengun, Jabari, Jalen, KPJ, and Eric Gordon. Put a guy in there that's going to run, that's going to do all the little dirty things, and that'll really add some juice to that starting lineup. So I'd like to see him play that backup guard role, which he does pretty well on. When he's playing the backup guard and is looking to facilitate, he does really, really well. But the Warriors are a tough team. Steph is tough. Klay is tough. He got right with us. We would be the team to allow Klay to make his comeback, almost poetic in a way. But they're in a different stage that we are right now. There's no beef with the Warriors. Our beef is with the Orlando Magics and the Detroit Pistons of the world. The Warriors are a team that we should respect, and I think Coach Silas pointed it out in the post-game press conference when he said that the Warriors are a team where we can look at where we need to try to get as in our finish line. They were where we were when we started, when Steph was a rookie and they were playing with Monte Ellis. And even though they changed coaches and they changed systems, maybe there's a lot of parallels there. I'm not sure. It's a little kind of ironic that he would say that, but still, that's where we're trying to get to. And I think that this game was really, really good. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I saw the coaches were intentional. There wasn't only the players that were kind of trying to get in their bag to be the best they could against the Warriors. The coaching staff did as well. We have talent, guys. The talent is there. We have the guys to play. We can match up with pretty much physically any team. It's all about the mentals. If they can get their minds right and grow and have the opportunity to develop and have the opportunity to gain this experience, then this team is special. Couple pieces away, couple structural moves away, maybe a couple tactical moves away, but I think that at base we have what we have, and we have what we need. And I'm really satisfied with the game that they had. They get a couple days off for the holidays and just a well-needed break and try to come back and get back at this. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about the Warriors game. Did y'all see anything like I saw in my breakdowns? Let me know in the comments. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing with your life? Why are you wasting your life not enjoying great basketball content? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, keep rocking with the Chop Shop, and we gonna keep dropping fire content.